This is the 2016 Lincoln MKX Reserve model. This is a crossover luxury SUV. It belongs to the second generation of the Lincoln MKX. Lincoln basically is Ford. In my opinion, I would say the Lincoln MKX is a Ford Edge that went to Harvard, because this car is a direct touch-up of the Ford Edge. And Lincoln, which is the luxury category of Ford, started making the Lincoln MKX in 2006. And so the first Lincoln MKX was rolled out in 2007, between 2007 and 2015. And then they rolled out the second generation. That was the first generation. And then the second generation began in 2016 and terminated in 2018 when they began production of the Lincoln Nautilus, which is the car that took the baton directly from the Lincoln MKX. The Lincoln MKX has three different models, or three different trims: the Lincoln MKX Select, the Lincoln MKX Reserve, and the Lincoln MKX Black Label. This one is the Lincoln MKX Reserve. On a superficial look, it's very difficult to tell the difference between one trim and the other, because it's not written expressly on the car. But specific details we differentiate them if you do know the Lincoln MKX, or if at least you've studied them. But let's focus on the one we have in front of us. This car competes with two other cars on the same level with it. It competes with the 2016 Lexus RX 350, and it competes with the 2016 Volvo XC60. Now, there are differences between these three cars, and I'm going to mention what areas the Lincoln MKX stands out amongst these three cars. First of all, I think the Lincoln MKX is the fastest. It makes the 0 to 60 mile per hour in about 6.1 seconds. So 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds. Amongst these three, the Lexus RX 350 is the slowest. I think it's makes 0 to 60 anywhere between 7 to 9 seconds. This car's 0 to 60 time is around the same with the 2019 Dodge Challenger SXT. Is around the same 0 to 60 time. So this car is very fast. This is a 3.7 liter Duratec engine. I'm going to pop the trunk so we look at that real quick. So right here, to pump the trunk, it's right down there. Okay, you just pull that latch and it opens. Okay. This car comes with a 3.7 liter Duratec engine that puts out 303 horsepower. And this car also has more torque than the other comparisons on its same level. This car is very powerful and this car is very, very fast. It has an 18 liter gas tank. On the front, you look at the classical Lincoln logo with two open wings on both sides. It has HID headlights and LED fog lamps and daytime running lights. So I've intentionally put this Reserve on my number plate because I'm taking this car in for oil change today. I also put it somewhere on the on the car dashboard, so they know exactly that it's the reserve version when I take it in for just routine checkup. So let's close that. It comes with a 20-inch tire, and it has this beautiful uh, wheels, 20-inch wheels with 20 spoke system. So there are 20 just groups of 2 spokes, and there are 10 of them. You multiply that by 2, you have 20. This car is beautiful. When you approach the car with the key on your pocket, the handles light up, and I've done something for this car at night, just so you see how a projecting light from under the mirror projects uh, the Lincoln logo on the ground when you're approaching the car at night. It's so beautiful to watch. When you come close to the car with the key on you, the tail lights come on, and there are many ways to lock the car. You can lock the car using the car remote right there on the top left, or you can just select a pin, and then when you apply that pin for this car, this is my pin. I hold these 2 numbers, 7, 8, 9 and 0 together, and it locks the car, and the windows close, the mirrors close. There's another way to unlock the car, or to lock the car rather. So there is a ridge here. You can see that when I hold it, it detects my fingerprint and also locks. Isn't that interesting? And then the power lift gate, um, you can open it on the remote by hitting this button twice. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. It closes right back. You can also open it by just giving it a kick. If the key is on you, you can just kick under the car like this, just like this, and it opens. Same thing, and it closes. And if you want to reset the height, how far the tailgate will open, while the tailgate is opening or closing, you just hold this button, and it will lock for that height, so that whenever you open the tailgate, that's how far it will open. Nice. You have also the backup camera right there. You can see the writing Kasongo. That's the nickname I gave the car. Anyway, and then of course, parking sensors at the back. When you're backing up in this car, if anything is passing behind it, whether it's a human or a vehicle, the car will let you know. Okay. It has double exhaust with a nice grill at the tip of both of them, or at the lip of both of them. The gas tag, you don't need a key. You don't even need a button. You just push it and it opens. And it doesn't have a knob, turning it left or right. You just put the gas tank. It opens and closes automatically when you put the gas nozzle. All right. Let's talk about the inside, the interior. Okay. So it has a dual color, nice leather. This is beautiful original leather. It has a beautiful wooden parts as well. This is absolute luxury. On the left side, the driver side, you have the mirror controls right there. Of course, the window controls, and then you have 3 settings for the seat. So 3 individuals, 3 drivers, 3 people who have access to this car can have different settings for the seat depending on their height, their body structure, and they can set this. For me is 1. For my wife is 2. No other person drives this car except me most of the time, and my wife sometimes. So she has her own settings. I do have my own settings. So if my wife drives this car and I'm about to drive it, when I go in, I just hit number one, and the car, both the steering, the seats, and even the side mirrors will adjust to my peculiar settings. Let's get into the car and talk about the details in the car. So back to the other cars that the Lincoln MKX compares to. Amongst all three, I think the Lincoln MKX has the most luxurious look inside. This car looks very mature, very luxurious, very beautiful. Every detail is nicely done. Lincoln took their time really to make this piece of art. And let's put the car on. It's also the most quiet, in the cabin. Very, very quiet. If you're driving anywhere under 60 miles per hour, the car is very, very quiet. You won't hear a lot of sound until you crank it up to maybe 60, and then that's where you start hearing, and all you hear is sports car sound. Starts revving. Um, Beautiful infotainment system. Beautiful. There's space in here. I have some of my black gloves because I'm going to be touching a lot of dusty surfaces, so I decided to wear black gloves for this. Two cup holders. This is my air freshener. There you go. It's on. Anyway, beautiful leather. The front seats, both passenger and driver seats, are heated and cooled. Um, the steering wheel is also heated and cooled. Isn't that beautiful, guys? Okay. On the dashboard, all the details on that screen are digital. So when you turn the car off, everything there turns off except the 0 to 160 mile per hour ratings and the RPMs. But everything else is digital. All right. Beautiful steering wheel, heated and cooled, like I said. The gear system is also uh, in buttons. So for you to drive, you just hit the D, and then on this screen you see D. Again, I wrote reserve on this thing so that when I take it in today, they know that it's the reserve model. Very important. Okay, I just put it. I use a a band-aid. I put it there, and then I put it in front on my number plate as well. Okay, so on this screen, if I put this on park, P. See, I don't know what color that is, pink or whatever, goes to P, showing that the car is parked. So let's start from this screen. All right. So much to learn on this screen. So there are controls on the steering that work those screens. So these on this side, it controls information on this side of the screen, and then these controls control information on this side of the screen. We'll see how that works. Okay. And by the way, you can take calls on this thing. You can speak to the car. You can control volume. You can select music and all that. So, all right. So if you hit this button, you see information about fuel economy, driver assist, and other settings. Okay. And then if you want to see trip 1 and 2, your last trip. So last trip. Whoa! Look at that. Look at the numbers I'm doing. 2,000 miles. Look at that. 5,000 miles. Bloody hell. Anyway, and then fuel economy 20.7. That's the average I've been doing lately, and that's really from street driving. But on the highway, you can get up to 23 to 24 miles per gallon. Driver assist, traction control. It has traction control, blind spot monitoring, which is on the mirror on the side. If a car is approaching from my blind spot, it will start the dotted area in between those two objects will start blinking yellow, so I know that something is approaching. Cross traffic, which is behind me, also has rear parking aid. This car can use automated systems to park Tire monitor, you can look at your tire pressure for all 4 tires. All right, and then let's other settings. Vehicle, easy entry and exit. Okay, you can select what the key fob can do in terms of easy entry and exit. Auto engine off, you can set how long the car can stay before it shuts off when it's parked. So that's for vehicle. You can also control lightning and locks, mirrors, neutral towing, oil life. So my oil life should be around 38, yeah, 38%. So when it goes around 35 to 30 to 40, I go for oil change. I don't wait for it to even get to 20. I'm very, very particular about meticulous with car maintenance. And power lift gate, you can control what, enable switch, disable switch, because there's also a switch here, right there, that controls your power lift gate. So you can enable that switch or disable it. Okay. Windows, remote start. There is an app on my phone that can start this car from anywhere, and I mean anywhere. I can start this car. This car can be anywhere, and I can start it anywhere. We'll get to that at some point. Remote start, climate control, auto, last settings. So I like this last setting. So when you turn on the car from anywhere, the last settings, the last climate settings on your car will automatically. So if I set the climate system, the heat to a certain point, and I want the car to heat to that certain point before I get to the car, I can start the car 10 minutes before I actually get to the car, so that the car is already warm by the time I get to it. So that's really nice. Front seats and wheel. You can also set it auto, duration. I have it at 10 minutes for now. So if I start this car remotely, it will run for 10 minutes before it shuts down. If I want more time, I can crank it up to 15. System, windows. I can also select remote, wipers. I can also courtesy wipe, rain sensing. I have both on. If it starts raining, the wipers will work automatically, and they will also adjust the speed based on the amount of rainfall. So I have it set like that. Now let's look on the right side. So whenever you feel you refuel this car, it will tell you the amount of range, the range for the amount of gas you've put in the car. So right now I have 311 miles. On a full tank, this car has a range of up to 420 miles. That's like 675 kilometers. That's enough gas to drive from Abuja in Nigeria to Owerri without stopping to refuel. Okay, so that's really good. That's good gas mileage for this car. So let's look at the controls. Like I told you, the controls on the right will control the screen on the right. All right, I hope we remember that. Okay, so hit that. You see entertainment, and then you hit that. It will tell you the last song your car played. You see it there, or whatever your car is playing at that time. I'm not playing anything now. Navigation. Now it's showing that, but if I put an address on this car right now, it will show you the next turn, quick details like the next turn, the next exit, things like that, and how many miles before that exit. Okay, and then phone, you can check missed calls when you connect the phone to your car or the car to your phone. Either way, then you can look at missed calls, outgoing calls, and all calls, all that stuff. So these are the three things you see using this button on the right. Okay. Now let's go to this car. Between the three cars I am comparing, that this car compares to the other two cars that this car compares to, this car has the best infotainment and the best technology, point blank. And it's not because it's my car, it's because it's true. And this is not my opinion, it's from comparative reviews of these three cars. The technology in this car is amazing. It's way ahead of other cars made in 2016. I think this car would compare with maybe 2020 to 2024 technology, and you will see what I mean when I get into it. So what Lincoln has done and done so well is they have stayed ahead of other luxury brands, other luxury SUVs in terms of technology. They don't joke with technology. So let's focus on this infotainment system for a while, and you're about to learn something interesting. So there are one, two, three, four, five, six basic icons on this infotainment system. Now you can, there are other things like source, and that's for like your Bluetooth connectivity. This infotainment system is connected to the Sync system. Is a system owned by Lincoln. Here you can browse your phone, check stuff in your phone that you can play, whatever, radio, playlists, all that. And then audio is, when your phone is already connected to your car, or if you want to play the radio, so you hit sources, so you can see AM, FM, and then it has the Sirius XM, which is like a global radio system. CD, if you have a CD slid in on this part of the system, and then that's your phone. That's my iPhone. It's already connected, but I'm not playing anything right now. Climate. Here you can regulate this side is for the steering wheel, so you can control the steering wheel. You hit that button, the steering wheel starts hitting up to 70 degrees. I think that's Fahrenheit. You can also change it from Fahrenheit to centigrade depending on what you are familiar with. And this is for the seats. That's for the fan. That's the dual system that controls both the driver and the so this is for the driver side, seats for the driver side. This is seats for the passenger side, but you can also control both of them at the same time when you turn off the dual control system. All right, this is cooling for the driver, heating for the driver, cooling for the passenger, heating for the passenger. Temperature controls, lower, higher for driver, lower, higher for passenger. Fan speed is the same on both sides. And then, of course, you can have a front and rear defrost, AC and AC max, and then you can use this to circulate air in the car, in the cabin. All right. Now, this is the basic tip of the iceberg. Okay. Phone. On phone, you can check recent calls, contacts, iPhone. You can use Siri system, on your phone and just talk to the phone, or talk to the car when your phone is connected to it. Okay. DND, do not disturb, phone, text, change device. Now, I'll do navigation last because that's the bulk of what I wanted to show you guys. Let's go to apps. So this is mobile apps. When you connect you can click there and see, what phone apps are. But your Bluetooth port has to be connected to your phone for you to see your apps on the screen. Settings, sound. The sound system, you can control where most of the sound is going. So you can send most of the sound to the back, put it at the middle, or send most of it to the front, whatever works for you. I always keep it very balanced. Try to be, nice, so that whoever is in the car is enjoying the sound from wherever they are seated. So I usually keep it just right at the middle, right there. Okay. And then you can, increase, fade, blah, blah, blah. So that's about that. Back. So whenever you want to go back, you click that button. Treble, mid-range, bars, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Clock, Bluetooth, iPhone, media player, navigation. Then you can slide left. 911 assist, Wi-Fi. The car has its own Wi-Fi hotspot, of course. Independent, is not connected to any phone. So if you don't have your phone, you can use this car and drive. The navigation system will work. And other services on this car will all work. You don't need a phone for those things to work. Okay. Display, brightness, and so on. Voice control, valet service, ambient light. So there is ambient light that shines all over the car. Let me see. And you can change the colors to whatever color you like. I always have it in blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. So I usually have the ambient color set on blue. You can change it to yellow. The car is not, is daytime, is the car is not dark enough for you to uh, experience all that, but this is basically how it works. At night, you see the ambient light more. Okay, back. Okay, now let's go to navigation. All right, so this navigation system, like I said before, will work irrespective of your um, whether there is Wi-Fi or not. Okay, so let's go to controls, destination. So this is one place I go often. This is my home address is here. If I click this, it takes me home from wherever I am. It just the navigation system takes me home. Favorites, favorite places that I've saved, just like this address. Um, Food. When you click, let's try food. Okay, you click on food. This thing will pull up all the restaurants that are very close to you. So this one is 0.1 miles away. Subway, Garden, McDonald's is 0.4 miles or 5 minutes drive away. It will tell you the distance and tell you the time it will take you to get there. You click on any of these, the navigation system just pulls up the address, the direction, and takes you there. So that's cool. That's for food. Fuel, it pulls up all the gas stations around you, tells you the price, so you can choose the cheapest to go to. All right. Um, So all these things are in St. Louis. I'm filming this currently. I'm currently in St. Louis. So all these things are being, uh, all these locations are in St. Louis. If I move to any other area, it will pull what is available there. It will give you the prices and it will give you the distance from where you are to those places. How cool. Okay. And back. Hotels. If you're looking for hotels. So you don't, like I said, you don't need, if you have this car, you don't need to travel with your phone. Um, you can find whatever you want. If you have your wallet and your credit card with you, you're good. Okay, you can find a hotel, you can find food, you can find refuel your car wherever. You can even find entertainment and tourism. I'll show you. So this is a hotel, Wayside Motel. Oh, this one is a motel, a normal motel. Anyway, and it's just 3 minutes away, 0.8 miles. Anyway, no, not going there. Bye. Okay. ATM. If you want to withdraw money, it will take you to the nearest ATM. See? And if there is any ATM that charges, like this one will charge you $2.89 to withdraw. It will tell you, so you avoid those ones that will charge you. Okay. And then you can click see all, so you see more services. Travel. So you can find fuel, charging, diesel. If you're driving well, this is not an electric car, but if you're looking for, charging, it can find you those things. All right. Maybe you are traveling in a group, and one of you is driving an electric car, so you can help them find those things. Parking information, parking transit. It can find you parks, parking garages around, rest area, RV park, campground, all that good stuff. Rental car if you're looking for a rental car. Airports around you. Financial, banks and ATMs to show you. Shopping, it will show you all the shopping. So groceries, shopping center, department store, wine and liquor, home and garden electronics. This is like an assistant with you, like some form of digital assistant with you. Entertainment, nightlife, movie theater. It will show you museum, casino, video. If you're looking for locations for these things, you click on any of them you're looking for. It will pull up locations and also tell you prices, ticket prices, and so on. Looking for a hospital, a pharmacy, urgent care, retirement or nursing home. It will pull up all the ones that are available around you. K1 to 12 schools, post office, worship. So if you're looking for a church around you, wherever this car is, you can easily find library, police station, if you want to go to Sanko. government offices, city center, and so on. Um, Automotive, if you're looking for where to repair something, car wash, tire dealer, Ford dealerships, and Lincoln dealerships. So you can easily find the ones around you. What else? Domestic, barber, hair salon, nail salon, cleaner, storage, florist, vet service, funeral home, tailor, and alteration. Recreation, of course. If you want to go for hiking, golf course, bowling, all that good stuff. Sky resort, other recreation. What else is it going to show? Okay, golf course. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, how cool is that? This is one of the things that sets this car apart from its other competitors. Okay. Um, there's more space in here. This is a nice space. I usually keep my wallet here when I'm traveling, and I keep my driver's license in it. This is more room. This is a power bank. I rarely ever need this power bank because of course I can charge on my phone, but I always keep one just in case in there. I have my little broken Samsung phone. That's an extra cologne. Bluetooth speaker. I just keep stuff in there and travel with them. There's a USB charger there as well. Okay. Um, yeah, I've talked about this storage. Let's go to the back and see how much room we have at the back. So at the back, the whole time this car has been on. It's so quiet. This car is on right now. But it's just one little whoosh sound. Okay. So at the back you have controls for heating and whatever. You have a USB charger, two USB ports actually right there. This is a light I use. This is a very fancy light that I use to project sunlight on my roof. At night, this looks beautiful. Especially people at the back of the car enjoy this at night. It looks like, nighttime naturally. So I try to recreate that using this projector light. Okay, it has a lot of room at the back. I'm 6'4", and when I sit, my knees do not touch the driver's seat actually, unless I just move forward. Like I'm doing this intentionally, but when I sit comfortably, I have this amount of room, leg room. See, so it's quite comfortable at the back. Uh, 3 people can sit comfortably here, and if it's just 2 people sitting, you can just bring down this armrest and you can rest your arm. If you need 2 extra cup holders, you just push this button and 2 cup holders emerge. Okay, and then you can always just return this to its place. This is just my car waste bin. And yeah, it has a panoramic sunroof. These buttons control it. So you hit that button once, only the front opens. You hit it one more time, and the whole thing opens. Nice, isn't it? This car also has a garage opener, automatic garage opener. You can hit that button and open your garage when you are approaching your apartment, your house, wherever you live, wherever you set this. It also has an eyeglass holder. I have my sunshade in there. If I'm driving in the sun, I wear those. This car is beautiful. Of course, backup camera. This is as clear. This camera is as clear as a phone camera. And look at those. This is showing you the rear parking sensors and the detector sensors that detect when something or someone is passing through behind you, and it will beep and let you know. Okay. Another feature that this car has is the auto hold system. The auto hold system, when you hit that auto hold system, if you are driving in traffic, you don't need to keep your leg on the brake. Once you brake to a stop, even if you remove your leg from the brake, the car remains still. That's what this auto hold system does. So you don't have to, keep your leg on the brake permanently. You can take a break. Okay. And this is what I explained before about locking. So if I want to, the current seat settings and the steering settings, if I want to keep it that way, I just hold one. If I want it to save as number one, if I want it to save as number three, I hold number three. So when you hold that, you see memory saved. So it has saved it as settings for number one. So whenever you get into this car and press number one, the seats, everything will adjust. It has a 22-way seat adjusting system. So it has this one for the lumbar. It has this one for reclining, declining the seat, and then it has this one for the legs and the thighs. And like I said, it's heated and cooled as well. And there is extra room under this um, under this. I don't know what to call this thing, but I keep two books here. One is a personal diary, and one is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. I travel with these two things. That's the book I'm reading right now. So whenever I travel, if I'm in a resting area, I read the book and then I take notes on that diary. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Really nice. Now the next thing we'll do is to look at the car app. So many beautiful things you can do with that app, and I'll walk you through it so you see how the phone app works and how much stuff I can do just using the phone app. Okay, let's go there. So I had to do this at night because that's the only time this feature will be very pronounced. So when you come to this close to this car with your key fob in your pocket, this light shines with the Lincoln logo on it. It's a light that projects from the side mirror to the floor, welcoming you to the car. There you go. And then you have this Lincoln light down there. And then this light comes on as well. That's even before you step into the car and hit the start button. So this is the car app. This is what it looks like. That's the name Lincoln MKX on the top left side. It tells you the fuel level. The fuel level is 91%. Vehicle is on. Location. This app can tell you the exact location of this car even when it's off. Connected services, schedule remote starts, and settings. And now let me turn this car off. Now the car is off. If I want to turn it on, all I need to do is to slide this to the right. And in a matter of seconds, the car will come on. There you go. The car comes on. Now the safety system it has so that people cannot get into your car and drive off after you use the car app to turn the car on. This car will not move until you get into the car with the key on you, step on the brake and hit the start button. That's when the car turns on fully, and that's when you can drive. Before that, you can't drive. Okay. You can see it has lock on the left and unlock on the right, so you can start the car. When you start the car is automatically locked. Nobody can get into it until the person has the key fob on him or her and the person gets close enough. then they can unlock the car by just touching the door handle, and then it opens, or using the code, whatever settings you have for accessing the car. You can also set your car to open only the driver's door when you have the key fob on you, or you can set it to open all doors. It just depends on what works for you. Now, to see the location of the car, no matter where this car is, all I need to do is get on this app and click location, and it will pull the exact location. The area that is beeping is exactly where I am at the moment. Okay. So far, all this is under vehicle. We'll go to service and see what services are available through this app. So when you click on service, you can see the tire pressure. It takes a while to update, but then when you update, you will see the tire pressure on all sides. You can see the oil life. Remember previously when we checked it on the screen of the car, it was 38%. On the app, it's exactly 38%. Washer fluid, it says it's good. Tire pressure, yeah, it takes a while to update. Maintenance schedule, you can schedule maintenance. For every 5,000 miles on this car, there are maintenance you're supposed to do. For every 20,000, there is maintenance you're supposed to do. So every 10,000 miles, you get an update on what you need to do, what maintenance to do. Every 5,000 miles, the recommendation is to change your oil every 5,000 miles. Or you can use the oil level marker, oil health marker. Now it's 38. They recommend for you to change your oil when it gets to 20%, but I usually change my oil when it's around 35 to 40%. It's just personal. Okay. So to schedule any checkup, all you need to do is you click on what mileage the car is, and then it will give you recommendations. You click, and then it will give you locations for servicing, Lincoln dealerships for servicing. You click on the one you want, and you'll be able to schedule an appointment directly from this app. And this app gives you priority appointments, quicker appointments than you can get if you called the dealership directly. So they respect the resources on this app more than they respect people just calling in to book appointments. Service history, and it can show you the services that have been done on this car from the first day the car was purchased. Okay, so you can see last service, and that was a lot of checks that was done on this car. Oil life, blah 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 blah. Oil was changed, filters, so many things were done, and I'm very shocked that they charged that low for all the things they did. When you click on alert history to show you all the alerts this car has gotten, well, at least the most recent ones. The last 3 alerts I got were for tire pressure, and I had to just add more air to the tires. They will tell you what specific tires and what to do, what amount of PSI to pump your tires to balance it. And the app will give you the alert. You also see a sensor on the screen of the car, and then you know exactly what to do. The app will tell you what to do. You just add. I have a portable digital car pump, and I just use it to just up the pressure, and the light disappeared from the screen, and the alert also expired on the app. If you need roadside assistance, you click on that, and then it can find you, help. You click what service you need, whether it's towing, winch out, unlock vehicle, jumpstart your battery, and so on, and then it will give you an opportunity to select whether you want to receive text messages regarding the service you've selected, and then you provide your phone number down there. Collision assistance, you can use a Lincoln certified collision center or scheduled towing service to go to the center you prefer. And that's probably the question that is lurking around on your mind. How reliable is the Lincoln MKX? Well, the Lincoln MKX is one of the most reliable cars that Lincoln has ever made. This car can go 120,000 miles without you replacing anything, without you having to fix anything on this car. You just do your oil changes, do your scheduled maintenance. Every 5,000 miles, every 10,000 miles are scheduled. The car is fine. This car on this is on the average 120 to 150,000 miles without you having to fix anything. The only thing you might need to change is if you are the kind of person that likes to drive mostly on new tires, then you can just change your tires, which is something that has nothing to do with any car in particular, really. You can change your tires, tires that you prefer to use during winter, tires you prefer to use during summer, things like that. Um, the brake pads will work just fine, but if you want to change them, you want more traction on your brakes, you can just change the brake pads. These are very, very cheap things to do on any car. But that's all about it, at least for the first 100 to 150,000 miles. Nowadays, the average expectation of an SUV to last without any serious fixes or repairs is 100,000 miles. Any SUV that lasts 100,000 miles on the average without repairs, without breaking down, is considered a very reliable SUV. SUVs that go up to 150 to 200,000 miles with just basic maintenance are considered as very reliable SUVs. That's um, that's exactly where Lexus SUVs sit. That's where RAV4s sit. That's where Toyota Highlanders stay. And that's the kind of capability that Lincolns have. Lincoln, especially the Lincoln MKX, has very high reliability ratings compared to Lexus and Toyota. So this car can be just as reliable as these cars. It doesn't cost a lot to, well, it costs a lot to own because it's not a cheap SUV. This car costs just as much as an RX 350 from 2016, and I mean the RX 350 F Sport. Okay, so yes, it's a luxury SUV. It is expensive. I'm not going to tell you how much this car costs. It's something you can look up. Um, but yeah, that's the most expensive part, the cost of actually buying the car. The cost of running it is quite affordable. You don't need to spend a lot of money. For instance, in the past, this year, I've only spent $88, and that's, you know, a lot of checks and a lot of, they did a lot of checks. They printed 2 pages of all the checks they did and ticked everything is in good shape. So I just did all those checks, and then I changed my oil, changed filters, changed what do you call it, fluids, all that. So it's like taking a car in for dialysis. That's literally what I did, and it just cost me $88, and that's it. All I've done apart from that since January is just fuel the car and drive it. Yeah, and I've put in between January and now alone, I've put in 8,000 miles on this car in just 4 months. And I've done that very seamlessly. I've done a lot of road trips um, with this car, and I have even more to do in summer. So this car has put up very well so far. Um, Serves me perfectly well. I love this car. Um, but yeah, I wanted to give this car to my wife at some point, and I changed my mind also because she saw something that she really likes, and she was like, oh, I don't want to take your car. I know how much you care about this car. I would rather not take it. Maybe keep your car and get me this. So that's how I ended up buying her the Lexus. And I do love Lexus. Other than a Lincoln, the Lexus is another car that I would happily drive. In fact, after this Lincoln, I might buy a Lexus, but I just make sure that it's a Lexus that competes with the Lincoln in terms of technology as well, not just reliability, because Lexus is very reliable. But yeah, these are my two favorite SUVs at the moment: the Lincoln MKX, or Lincoln generally, and Lexus. I don't see myself driving any other SUV anytime soon. except either of these two brands for reasons that I've already covered in this video. So let me know what you think about the Lincoln MKX. What new feature that you've seen in this review? What you prefer between this and any other SUV that you do know within the price range or within the size or category of the Lincoln MKX. Just tell me what you think. And do like and subscribe. Introduce this channel to other people. I'll be reviewing a lot of cars. Very soon I'll review the iconic Dodge Challenger. A friend of mine has ordered a brand new 2024 Toyota, is it? Toyota Honda CR-V, sorry. And when that car comes in, I will review that car as well. So if you want to know about very current cars, both new and old, very good cars, cars you love, cars you're interested in, cars that trip you, I will review them for you, and we will all learn. So thank you very much for stopping over at my channel today, and I hope you subscribe and like this video. That's how it spreads to other people. That's how we attract more people to the channel, and that's how we serve more people. So help us by sharing this video, by liking it, by subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. And just before I go, I'm just going to open this car up so you hear the sound. All right, ready for this? Let's go. Woo! Woo! My God.